It's Tuesday, and I'm so glad you're here. We're talking about Philippians 4:6 this week, and we're looking here at the literal translation, trying to help us all understand where it says, "Be careful for nothing." In the King James, we looked yesterday at it, but let me refresh your memory that it's saying, don't let your thought process or your focus get on some one thing in this earth, because it'll get you all tied up. Some people, they focus on money all the time, or they focus on, oh, my health is terrible, and I go to the doctor twice a week, he's always telling me something. See, when you get focused on one thing, the rest of your life, really, it's not what God has for you, because you're so focused on one thing. God's telling us not to get caught up with that stuff, because in this life, it's easy to get caught up with things that really aren't that important. I've seen people get caught up with things and they miss their whole spiritual life, and they miss eternity. They miss all the really important things in life because they're caught up with one little thing that's not that critical. God doesn't want that for your life. So I want to help you understand, because that's the key to the rest of this verse. We're going to dive into this thing all week long. But we have to make sure that it's our mindset. Remember, you've probably heard it, the battle's in your mind. It's so true. You can read God's Word, or you can feel peace in your heart, or someone could pray for you, and it's all great, but then your mind gets working. And you think, well, what about this? Or what if that? And what if this does happen? You see, when your mind gets focused on the wrong things, nothing good comes out of it. God is talking to us here about making sure our mind is not focused on any one thing on this earth, but rather our mind is focused on Him. Our thoughts and our thought process is focused on God and His Word. In this Word is the answer to everything you and I need. It's amazing that God got it all in one book. You know, some people say, why aren't there a lot of books? Because He wanted you to be able to carry it with you. He wanted you to be able to have it with you. Everything you and I need is in here. And what we have to do is get our thought process in this Word, because you will know how your mind is, and mine, I'm telling you, we can think some of the craziest thoughts just by someone giving us their ideas, and then you start to think, could that be? Or you see something and you think it's one way and it's really not, but your mind starts running with it and your thought process goes this way with it. Don't let any of those things bother you. Always come back to this Word first. When you see something, when you hear something, when someone's telling you something, don't let it run your life. Let this Word run your life. Always come back to the Word. God doesn't want your mindset worried about any one thing in this life. He wants you always coming back to Him, because He has the answer for you. I'll see you tomorrow.